This week from Mom's Cookbook Collection, we're looking for recipes that use tomatoes. The garden is starting to come in. The tomatoes are starting to ripen. I don't want to have to freeze all of these for our garden, our family tomato sauce recipe. I'd like to try to use some of them in some recipes. So this week we're going to be drawing from the Joslin Diabetes Gourmet Cookbook, Heart Healthy Everyday Recipes for Family and Friends by Bonnie Sanders, Polin, PhD, and Frances Tanner Giedt. Copyright Bantam Books, 1993. And this week we're going to be modifying a tomato pasta soup by adding some ingredients, including some stew beef. The ingredients: 1/2 cup of dried cannelli beans, rinsed and picked over. I will be using cranberry beans, as that's what I've got in the garden, and I'll be adding to this some black-eyed peas, as I didn't have enough cranberry beans. 1 quart of beef stock. 1 large leek, white part only, well rinsed and thinly sliced. 2 medium-sized onions, about 1/2 pound, chopped. 1 celery rib, thinly sliced. 1 garlic clove, minced. 1 cup peeled, seeded, chopped, fresh tomatoes from the garden. 1 large red bell pepper, about 1/2 pound, seeded and chopped. 2 tablespoons of dry red wine. I don't have any red wine, so I'm going to be using cooking sherry. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, optional. 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground pepper. 1 cup of dittinelli or elbow macaroni. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. 1 tablespoon of freshly grated Parmesan cheese for garnish. And I will be adding to this recipe, fresh from the garden, 2 chili peppers to add a little bit of heat. And 1 pound of stew beef. Originally, this recipe was designed to be cooked over a stove in stages. Now I'm going to be doing it in a crock pot because I've done enough crock pot recipes, and I was looking at the order the ingredients went in and how they were cooked, and I'm thinking it could just as easily work in a crock pot. Place the ingredients in a crock pot in the order given. The beans, the beef stock, the leek, add the onions, celery, garlic, add the tomatoes, the red bell pepper, the wine, the salt, the black pepper, add the macaroni, the chili peppers, and the stew beef. Cook on low for 3 hours. When done, we'll ladle into a hot soup plate, drizzle each serving with 1/2 teaspoon of olive oil, and 1 tablespoon of freshly shredded basil, and 1/2 teaspoon of grated Parmesan cheese. Instructions called for 1/4 teaspoon of olive oil on top of the soup, and sprinkling of basil and some Parmesan cheese. Let's see what we've got. Oh yeah. Yeah, very good. I'll probably let it go for another hour, let it cool off for an hour, then put it in the fridge. Won't break it up into individual servings. I figure the beans will absorb more of the juice. Right now, the beans are a little crunchy, but overall, excellent. Now, this was a modified recipe. Originally, it was tomato pasta soup. I turned it into tomato pasta beef soup, and I also put some couple of hot peppers from my garden just to give it a little bit of heat. And I can feel that heat right now. This recipe is from the Joslin Diabetes Gourmet Cookbook, Heart Healthy Everyday Recipes for Family and Friends, copyright 1993. This recipe was a winner.